Well, it's kind of my bad. I didn't hit record at all. Pretty much all day, kind of just focused on getting things done. And also, one part else, Mom just found out about the Jeep of me buying it. So I didn't want to go in the house. She sent me a message like, what did you buy now? So I didn't want to go back in the house and grab my camera, tripod, and some snacks. So I've been starving and couldn't record like I could have. But so finally around 6 o'clock, I went in the house, had a snack, grabbed my camera, and talked to Mom. And all she has said to me now is just get more hours of work time at work and lose 20 pounds. And probably some other things too. So that's her request. And of course, more job hours is more money for Jeep parts. I know. Money for the future too. So, get the camera. It's about 7 o'clock now. Today is Saturday. So what I've done today so far, off camera. Okay, I got the body mounts off. So back here on the body mounts, got all 4 taken off. This guy, the first one, came off easy. And then there's one here, and one there as well. These two, I got a sawzall to it. And then same deal with this guy. Pretty much all these got sawzalled off. And then there's a bolt there for that body mount. Got that one off with the sawzall on that one. Just, I mean, I could have done it, but it rusted out there. So, cut those off. Now the body is loose back here. On this side of the body, they're still there. One bolt was stuck. Cut him off. And then by the steering box, this bolt was still on good. So again, it's hard work in there. I just cut it off. And not worrying about the master brake because I'm going to replace it. So if I actually hit it with a saw blade, it's okay. So body mounts are now loose. And I don't break the step, but the body does lift off. So with that done, I've worked on the foot pedals. I got both foot pedals off. And these foot pedals had some weird extra layers to it. And for a short person, I'm 6'2", and so every room I can get will help. So I took them off. Let's show them. So they had these on the foot pedals. You just crimp right over, give you extra grip, and like a 1/2 inch to 1 inch extension. Yeah, not gonna work for me. And someone can use them, refurbish them, but they're scrap to me. So got those off. And the next thing was the floor for the shifters. It was pretty easy, except I had 3 bolts, three 7/16 bolts that were kind of stuck. Thought they were metric. Like I started with the grinder to just come right off. And then they come flush enough, I got the squareness, and I finally got a wrench on it by hand. The rest all got impacted off. So that's done. So that's off. Next was the steering column. I got that loose. And I got the nut loose. Except I can't get this wheel off. It won't budge. So right now I'm trying to figure that out right now. And then on top of that, the handbrake. That's my last thing to take off the Jeep, is the handbrake cable. Now the handbrake, I got 2 of the things that hold it on. So down there, where that goes, it's maxed up, but so down there's a bracket to the bell housing, that's off now. And then up here, that bolt there that holds the wire on, that's loose. So the only thing left now is just the handbrake itself, internal. And inside the dashboard, it's so hard to get to. They're upside down. And I got a heater in my way, little heater. So working on that right now, up in there. So handbrakes left to go, and then hopefully the steering wheel I can pop it off tonight. The only lesson in my book is to get a puller. If I can pull it, there's a thing on Go Wheelies. You just drill a 1/2 inch hole from the side, and then you air hammer it off. I don't mind doing that, but I want to know the proper place to put the hole. For the steering wheel itself, it's pretty well broken. It still steers, it's not bent, so far I don't care. But these break off, I care less. The center I want to save as much as possible. This outside edge, of course, your hands, I'll electrical tape it. This is fine, but this is like bare rod metal, like it is right here. That's fine, it's character. And more of a historical look. So that's fine if I have to break those off. Yeah, my hammer. So that's that. So handbrake and steering wheel. After that, probably pull the windshield frame off just so it's off for shipping, and then pull the tub off, put it onto a trailer, haul it back to the barn where the Jeep was for a week, so it's out of my way, and I can focus on the frame to get grinded. Now while the front tires were off, it's like, I'm gonna check the frame out, just do a quick grind. So I did grind the frame, and it's pretty, well, it's mid-metal. To me, looks good. But last night I found this on the steering box. Okay, let's focus on this camera. So on the steering box right here, there's a chunk missing on the cover plate. Now it's cheap, I could all replace it, but I could have bought it. I found the piece, but for the money, for the seal, tightness, just buy one. And I posted, no one else has ever seen this happen, so there's plenty of these out there. I think they're the same exact steering box used from 1940s CJ2As or the CJ5s. Ross steering box. So that should be easy fix, not too bad. And then what else? That's about it. Yeah. So the engine's now sitting on the pallet. Tomorrow, maybe, we'll take it out to Corey to have it delivered. And then, as usual, for any restoration, you have always loose hardware now. I don't want the hardware mixed up or lost. So let's get back to working this. So, every single thing has bags. I labeled them. Unlike Hawkeye's restoration, I did Sharpie on bags, which is fine, but Sharpie wears off. Now, yes, these are stickers. They could peel off. There's that. But to me, it's way better to see and read. And so we got seats, we got fender of the grill bolts, the fenders of the frame. These go, hold the fender to the frame. Steering box part, well, that's what broke. Casting piece. And all the junk I found inside underneath the stuff I found underneath the gas tank. Bullets, shotgun shells, coins, soup can, I don't know. So I found all that, it's all put away. And then for now, just random stuff that I'm gonna take off, not put back on the Jeep, but random bin. Again, it's hardware I could save for the future. Of missing a bolt, I need one. Look through the random bins. Because the majority of this Jeep is fine thread hardware, not coarse. So it's nice to find extra fine thread. 1/2 inch and 7/16 bolts. And I did take the carburetor off in the glass bowl. Just for shipping, so there's a chance it could break. So I guess that's really it. Now, the fenders I took off, they both need to be patched up, unlike I only said one did. But it's a very common spot for rust on these, just a hat channel And actually now I know how tall, how wide it should be. So I'm gonna take this lip off, flat metal across so it's level, stronger, and then add some metal, square stock, same exact size as this, to fix it up. So that on both fenders, and then on, by the where it mounts to the tub, just beef that up. So that's it for the fenders. Not sure if it's a patch or what, we'll figure it out, but on the top side, there's no holes, there's nothing. So I don't know what's up with that. Well, I am having some trouble pulling the steering wheel off and had to make some decisions. I still want to steer the Jeep, still want to drive with it, so I don't want to get rid of it totally. So started hammering at it, and this rubber plastic starting to just fall off. It's like, whatever, I want this at least to be intact. So this is still good. The sprockets are well gone of rubber, but hey, it's the vintage look. And I try to save the hub in the center. And drill the holes as I'm told to do with 1/2" drill bits. And I get a 1/2" air hammer and hammer it off. Well, I drilled the hole in so many places, I couldn't find where you put the air hammer to until I see it now. I see where to put it now, but even still, it's like I drill those holes, I'm hammering at it, trying to do something, and then the whole hub here, this plastic hub just breaks. Well, it broke one spot, it's like, well, it's not gonna look good anyway, and I see a better way of doing things. So I have these forks, I'll get a skinnier one, but put the fork like this, hammer on the back side, it should pop off. So that's much better than doing on plastic or whatever. So this might work. Now Grandpa did say, if you wanted to, you could just slice this, open it up, expand, then pop it off so easily. If I do that then the steering wheel is no good. So I don't want to do that. I'm going to try my technique now with these forks. And if that doesn't work, well, we'll call it nights, and tomorrow get some clamps and pull it off. So, yeah, got some shavings of rubber. That's okay. If that doesn't want to pop off, then I'm going to do the handbrake for the night. Get the handbrake off. It's about 8 o'clock now. Yeah. So, with the handbrake done, this on hold, it's like, I'm going to attempt this fedora. This toolbox, I'm going to delete anyway. I know I need to fix this fedora on the side before I put the body back on, just to run patina till fall, and then I'll fix the paint. It's like, I'm going to order the panel. Here's my next order on Kaiser. And like, what else do I need? I know the fedora I'm going to buy separate locally, get a custom made. So it's super strong, no more hat channel, toolbox delete. So driver side is good, I'll fix it later, but when I do sheet metal, I'll do everything at once. The bed's pretty good. So I start cutting into it, it's pretty extreme. And now I'm at the point now, I want to take the toolbox off now, but also it supports the Jeep. Because I gotta pull the body off, as soon as this wheel comes off, top comes off. When the top comes off, when the toolbox is out, there's no more reinforcement holding that on because it's supported here, okay, it was, but still, it's holding on by that corner, go all the way across the side of the Jeep. So between here and here, there's no support, only in the center. And over here, you can see a crack in the body. And then you got rust on the seam, the factory seam. So with all this issues here, if I take this out, this toolbox out, the whole center is just going to collapse. It's rotted, it's cracked. So really it's just this, the body has this natural curve. This is the only thing that's going to hold the body there as I move it during to neighbor's barn, fix the chassis, and come back to the body. So I'm going to leave the toolbox as is. Maybe cut off at least the top piece. just for safety. And then I'll add some steel brackets. I have some cheap angle iron from my 1966 CJ2A I brought home one time. Soft top, the whole floor, like this Jeep, the whole floor is made out of angle iron. This cheap 1/2 by 1/2 inch angle iron. So you just use that, since it's pretty much worthless for stuff I do, just for support for the body as I'm moving it. So add some bracing in here. I will add a bar from here to there, just so it just keeps its shape and size. So take out what is just loose. Cut some metal to the size. Grind the metal away at the body so I can have a nice bond. Pull the welder out and load up that so it holds shape. Then I can pull the body off. And take the windshield off. That's about it. And then still stern wheel. But other than that, that's it for the body. So that's it for the updates. I'm probably going to call it a night here. I'm going to probably just clean up the shop. Clean up the rust pile on the floor. So that's about it. Well, it's still Saturday night. We're roughly 9 o'clock or so. And I moved the Jeep around just so I can clean the shop floor, tools away, so Jeep's clean again. So the next thing is I jacked up with the jacks on both sides, lifted the whole body. I placed blocks of wood underneath here, kind of stiffened up the body as I set it back down. All I'm doing is just checking for anything that was missed that's still connected to the chassis. Did the whole thing. The only thing that was still attached was the handbrake cable. There's a spring that goes up to help return it, and just cut it, done. I didn't cut the spring. The spring's still good. It's a little extension wire, so that's easy to replace. So I cut that off. So now everything's loose from the chassis except for the stern wheel, the steering column shaft. So that's the only last thing left to do. And put the body back down. And I know from all that floor I took off just to see how bad the rust is. It's twisting the body a bit too much. I don't like. I'm afraid it's gonna tear and crack the whole thing. I'm gonna have a tough time realigning things. So my first idea was, let's get some angle iron, some metal, and put it across the body to like help stiffen up the body. And went to my scrap pile, grabbed some of my cheap angle iron. It's small, it's kind of light, not long enough. Some cheap stuff that's too short still. Then it got to me. My seats are in the Jeep, they're mutt seats. And they're sitting on angle iron exactly as long as I need them to be going across. And there's two of them, same exact size, with brackets, with holes already made. It's like, just put the seat back in. I will have a seat to sit in for fun, but also the angle iron I need to stiffen up that section. So perfect.